Um, and it just kind of starts whenever. Uh, Tragic Fate. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for letting me into your den.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
So if you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves and your role in the band, starting Worm.
Travis Worm Higgins. I play bass.
Tim Leland, I'm the vocalist.
I'm Brad Smith. I'm lead guitar.
Kyle Culp, I'm playing drums. I'm the new guy.
The new guy.
The new guy.
The new kid on the block.
So how long have you been playing drums, Kyle?
Probably about 4 years.
4 years.
Being serious with it. And I always just messed around as a kid. But.
Yeah. When did you meet up with these guys?
Like last couple weeks ago? A couple weeks ago, they asked me, you want to fill in for these shows? I was like, sure. Come over to the jam spot. We kind of started meshing, and I don't know, the chemistry felt good. So
one thing led to another.
You know when it's there. You know when it's there.
Right.
Situationship.
Yeah. Without what's the words? I do want to get into the new single and everything, but I would like to know the difference between, because you are in Almost Enemies, correct?
Yeah. So I'm playing guitar with those guys as well.
But the music is very different.
It's very different, which keeps it fun, and I like playing drums, especially metal. But yeah, Almost Enemies. That's more like what would you call it? Alternative rock or pop punkish kind of vibe. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Keeps me on my toes. Playing different things.
So you played on the new single, right?
Which one?
Ghost Story?
The Ghost?
Ghost?
No, not for that one.
Right. That's all right. On the next one, have you guys? So you've just put out, or no, you haven't even put it out yet.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out next Friday.
May 12th.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was late to the party.
All right.
Just by that much.
By about a week.
So with your second single coming out, did you record at the same spot? Is there anything you learned from the first recording onto the second one?
Just kind of know what to expect kind of thing. We worked with Brett on the tragedy that we came out with, so we knew how his process was. So just went into it. We went a little bit later this time, slept in. So we were able to just kind of make a day out of it and have fun afterwards. We went to some local shops afterwards and had just a good time. More play than work this time, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hawaiian barbecue.
Hawaiian Bros.
That was pretty good.
So Tragic Fate, how would you classify your guys' music?
It's like horror metal. Honestly, the idea is to take scary movies and incorporate metal, two things that a lot of people seem to love. And, if you like metal, you probably like scary movies and vice versa in some effect. So it kind of just works together. It's fun, get up on stage, have fun, do something that not everyone's doing. I mean, there's no real original ideas left, but make it your own. Like, just have fun with it.
With with the second single coming out, do you guys have any plans to perhaps do an EP or just continue singles for the foreseeable future?
Oh, we'd like to put together an EP. We're
That's
talking
kind of
about
our
it.
plan for this. We can't talk too much about details about it, but our music's being used in a movie, actually, in a horror movie that they're filming here in town. It's called Sect. We posted about it on the page, our Facebook page, and we're using 4 songs, and they're using it for the soundtrack for parts of it, which is pretty cool. So the plan is the EP is probably going to be those 4 songs.
That kicks ass.
Yeah.
Nice. When you so it hasn't started filming yet?
Yeah, they have. The movie releases in July.
Awesome.
Yeah, so a couple months. And it's at the Civic Arena is where they're doing like the big showing of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you guys come into? How'd you guys come into that?
I just messaged her. I just saw that they were filming a horror movie here in town, and my friend Blake Lake has a song that is in the movie also, and I just saw him make a post about it, and I reached out to her, and I was like, "Hey, it's a long shot, I know, and I know you have no idea who I am or anything, but we're a St. Joe local band. I initially I was talking about my solo music, and I mentioned mentioned to her that we're in a band, and she was like, "What kind of music is it?" And I said, "Metal," and she said, "That would work way better." And I was like, "Okay, sweet." So I talked to the guys, and I was like, "Hey, we have this opportunity," and it just kind of went from there. She's I don't know how long, 18 plus. It's somewhere in there, years sober, and this is like her big like comeback thing, coming back to St. Joe after being gone for so long, and she's sober now, and so this is like her big comeback thing. And I connected to her on that because I'm 1 year sober. Yesterday was my 1 year,
Hell yeah!
and so I just connected with her on that, and yeah, it just has went from there.
Like it was fate.
Now. Yeah.
Right.
Like it was fate.
Not a tragic fate, though.
No, good one. What made you guys decide on the name Tragic Fate?
I don't remember the specific moment, but it's just something that, everyone kind of, I feel like every musician thinks about, especially like what would be like, if I could start a band, what would I name it? Just through the years, it's just something that one day I just thought, Tragic Fate. And so I looked it up, no one was using it, and I was like, that's it, that's perfect for what we're trying to do. And then, my idea for like the tragedy, our little mascot that's in all our artwork, kind of follows us, so he's going to be in every little artwork. He's like our Eddie for Iron Maiden kind of thing. He'll kind of, I'd like to see how he evolves through the band's life. So.
That's fucking dope.
Right.
That's cool. Also, you can cuss if you want. You can totally cuss if you want.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's see. You guys haven't been a band for too terribly long. Maybe a year?
Not even.
Not even a
year?
We've been together for a while, but we just started playing shows October, so I'd really say that's really the birth.
Yeah.
Because before that, it's just, jamming before you actually play a show. So
Yeah.
I'd say October, whatever day that was.
Yeah.
So we're about halfway mark to a year.
You guys seem motivated.
Yeah.
Like
We are.
Got a lot of fun stuff we got in the work, so.
We've all been in bands and been doing music and stuff for a while, and it's just one of those things where like you're in a band, it doesn't work out, and it just that's how it is. I've been in 3 other bands and none of them even played a show, so it's nice to have like-minded musicians that are ready to fucking do the thing and not just mope around and play in St. Joe for the rest of our lives.
It's also cool that we are so like-minded, so it makes things a lot easier. So, because it's like, hey, here's this idea. What do you guys think? And build off it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like to make sure everyone has input. This is our band, kind of thing. So, I like that.
are you guys still doing your own merch and t-shirts?
Yeah, the machines are here.
You're sitting in our print shop, actually.
Fate 1-6.
Travis here. Travis Worm is our workshop master, basically. He does it all.
Yeah, we got a couple of the screens over there.
Oh, you're wearing the Tragic Fate shirt?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the old one.
Yeah, that's our first one.
And
Those
hey,
are
those have been around for a while. They've held up pretty well, honestly.
OGs.
So this is the screen for the
Oh, hell yeah.
new
So-
one.
We've got a couple
These
different
come in
colors in
white
that.
and gold.
That's the little mascot.
The gold
Yeah,
ones
the
are
gold,
pretty
we have
cool.
nicknamed the
Yo.
balloons.
Gold one. That's pretty cool. You don't see a lot of bands using, like, a lot of horror metal bands using the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But it turned out really nice. I think it'll do pretty well.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah,
We like to
this
keep
is
it out of left field from time to time.
Man,
Make it
This
different.
is the think tank area of the band.
Yeah, and we have another shirt design already done. We just have to put it on another screen, and they're the ghost shirts.
Mhm.
So those shirts were for the tragedy, and the ones that we're going to be printing next are the ghost. So they'll have the ghost art on them.
Our next evolution.
Who does the artwork?
We have two guys that have been doing it for us right now.
My friend, he lives in Indonesia actually, and I've been going through him for probably 5 years. I've gotten my logo for my solo stuff. I've gotten art drawn for my solo stuff. Just random logos for stuff that I wanted to like. I had a shirt that I made for a group of my friends, and it was the Hot Boys Crew. And I had him just draw up a metal logo that said Hot Boys Crew, and I put it on a bunch of shirts. So I've just been going through him for a long time. And his name's Rifki Hawk. And he's awesome. He sent our, like, a couple days, right? Yeah, like, and it's pretty cool. The art is on our Facebook page. We made the teaser for the song, and that art that's on there is actually the ones that he drew. And I'll show you the one for the shirt because no one has seen it yet other than us, actually. This is what the new shirts will look like.
Oh, that's fucking solid.
Air of mystery because people listening can't see it.
No,
Exactly right.
It does. It looks
Only
cool.
see it.
It looks very cool.
We're hoping this one's a lot more detailed than the last one. So we're really hoping that.
It'll
It'll
work
be our
all
next
right.
challenge in the print shop is to get that one
Yeah,
up and going.
exactly.
And then the other guy who does all our art's a good buddy of mine, actually. His name's Ben Hart. He actually did that art, the TF, for us. He's made our scrims for us. He made our, I think we're still using as our profile picture, the little ghost swirly guy. That was actually Tim's guy.
Yeah, Rifki did our logo.
Yep. But yeah, Ben's done a lot of. He did the tragedy artwork for us that we're using for the solo art and whatnot. So we got two really good artists that have helped us out a lot, which is nice.
It's cool that you guys also have that visual aspect because with horror you need that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
With having your own mascot, having him evolve is very cool.
Yeah, this is definitely a long-term band, I think. We got a lot of cool ideas to see in the years to come, even. So, we'll see where it goes. It'll be a fun time.
Have you guys what shows do you have coming up? Do you have any out of state or
Our next show is going to be still in state, but it's going to be our first out-of-town show. And it's going to be in Warrensburg, Missouri.
It's called Bodie's Club. And
For what? J something? the radio-
Jalicia's birthday. And it's actually us and Almost Enemies. Is
oh
playing
wild,
too.
you're doing double duty?
Double duty that night.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's got to wear makeup on for almost because they're playing after us. So
or wipe it all
Just
off.
keep
right.
just
Just let
Just
it
gonna
ride.
sweat it off.
Yeah.
Probably sweat it off.
Good chance.
Turn
Yeah,
back
it's
into regular
us
time.
and Almost Enemies and Scream at the Sky, who we're actually going to see tonight. They're playing
yeah,
here
they
in
are in
town
town.
at Cafe Acoustic tonight. And
$5.
we're going there after here. Yeah, $5,
Yeah.
man. And it's going to be a good time. We're going to go out there and support them and talk to them about how excited we are to play the show with them in a couple weeks. And that one is May
26th.
26th. Yes. And Ganoderma is also on that bill. And then Rage is My Rival, I think. I don't know. It's like 6 bands. It's a lot to keep track of.
Almost enemies on it.
Yeah.
It should be a fun night.
Yeah, it'll be a good night. It'll be a fun time. And then we have a show 2 days after. That's the Skate Bar Palooza weekend.
What day are you playing?
We're playing on Sunday. With
Closing out the weekend.
Yep, we're closing out the weekend with From This Day Forward,
Double Downer,
Double Downer, Gutter Buds,
Scud.
Scud.
There's another one, I believe. Or no.
That one's $10, I think.
No, it's 20.
20.
20 for that day, but it's $50 for a whole weekend pass.
That's right.
And it's still. Are they still trying to fund a skate park? Is that
Yes.
still
Yeah, that's what this
That's the whole
weekend's
purpose
for.
of this.
cool?
Yeah, Almost Enemies is actually playing Saturday night there.
Yeah, and they're
the
playing.
night with Mike
Be
Vallely.
busy
Hey, Saturday
weekend.
off.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
see
playing
you
with
there.
Mike Valley and Complete Disaster. That's the
And the December. And
that's the big Super Bowl-ish day of the weekend, if you want to say.
yeah.
That's cool though. St. Joe needs that. There
It's
hasn't
gonna be a long
been
weekend for all of us.
there hasn't been
It's gonna be
something like
fun.
that in St. Joe for a while. At least never for punk and metal. A 3-day punk and metal thing in St. Joe.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Should be a good turnout.
The skate park's going to be kind of by
There's
your house.
also, I believe that
Hopefully it turns
Saturday, there's a trip hop artist who was it is going to have a matinee show. I think it's Saturday, and it's like a pop up art kind of thing where he's going to perform, and he's also selling like skateboards and stuff like that. That he designed.
I actually opened for him the last time he came through here at Skate Bar. That was pretty cool.
If you had to make a Mount Rushmore of the tragic fate influences, who would be on it?
Ice Nine Kills.
I
I would
Beer
say,
Sack.
I would say Motionless in White's a big one.
Chris Motionless.
Bullet. I feel like
And probably Andy Biersack. Black Veil Brides.
just really any of them like that. Rob Zombie, you know. I'm not the biggest influence musically by him, but I like his vibe, like the horror vibe. It's very receptive.
That's why we covered Dragula
Oh, no shit.
Manson a
a
little
couple
bit too.
times.
Manson, you know,
We
same
covered The
thing.
Beautiful People. We're actually probably going to be covering that song at the next show. That
Nice.
song's fun. And we, make it heavier than it is. It's a good time. Just fucking scream it all.
So, Black Veil Brides, Bullet for my Valentine?
Yeah.
For my Valentine, Motionless in White, and
Ice Nine Kills.
Ice Nine Kills. Can I ask a little further, like, individually, like, influence-wise, if you want to go first for him?
Sort of new guy.
New guy, new guy has to go first. Right on.
Influence like drumming, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like a lot of Lamb of God. Chris Adler. I like a lot of Killswitch Engage. Shit. I like Gojira for drums. I like all kinds of stuff. Mastodon. I mean, who else? I don't know what you guys think about guitars and stuff, but as far as drums, yeah. No. What else you got?
Mine are probably my biggest influence was always Slash. That's what got me started on,
Yeah.
guitar. In Ozzy, Black Sabbath, Iron Man. When I was a kid, that was the first real metal song I remember hearing, and that resonated with me. And I was playing Guitar Hero, and I was like, "That's it. That's what I want to do." So Ozzy and Slash were probably my biggest influences early on, and then later it was like Motionless in White, Ice Nine Kills for the younger bands because I liked the horror aesthetic, and I was like, "You don't see a lot of that," so it'd be cool to keep that going.
So mine is kind of a little different. So I was raised really religious, and I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of heavier music and stuff. So Guitar Hero is how I actually started. Like, that's the first time I ever heard like rock and roll music. That's the first time I'd ever heard Guns N' Roses and bands like that.
Fucking
And
generation.
then from there, you know, I have an older brother, and he'd give me like mixed CDs of like bands that he liked, and that was like 3 Days Grace and Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. And that's what, like, then, you know, it kind of eased up a little bit. And then my friend showed me Fat Around the Heart by King 810. And I was like, what the fuck is this? This shit's fucking awesome. I want to listen to this all the time. And then that got me into what my influences are now for my vocals, which would be Spite, Knocked Loose, The Devil Wears Prada is a really big one. I have tattoos of all those bands I just named. And Black Dahlia Murder is another big one. So it kind of like started very soft, and then it escalated, and now I love Cannibal Corpse. Like, I keep I'm wearing their shirt right now. I keep getting him. I'm like, we need to play heavier shit. I want to do some fucking death metal. Just one song. I want to just fucking make noise. You know, it'll be fun.
What was the one? Hell?
Mm-hmm. That's one
Hell
of
is-
those where I get to go off a little bit and I get to do my crazy shit. It's a fun one. I call that like I call it my show off song. That's what I say. It's the one where I get to really show off my vocals and how I can do highs and lows and mids and pig squeals and fucking barking. Like, I don't know, just whatever. That song really, whenever
improv some parts.
yeah, whenever we do Hell live, I always start that song on the floor, just like rolling around, acting like I'm possessed, and just like making various demon noises, is what I say.
Give himself a concussion the way he just bangs his head.
Yeah, I actually dented the microphone at the last show because I hit myself in the head with the microphone so hard.
Is that why it's dented?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I go a little bit overboard sometimes, but it's for the show, you know? You gotta fucking... People remember that shit. That's what it is. People... I just have been going to shows now for 5-6 years. I've been really heavily going to shows, and I go to them, and I study. That's what I always...
Do what you want to see.
I go and I see these bands, and I see what worked for these people. What worked for these people? Why didn't that work? You know, like, why does this sound off? Just like things like that. And I just kind of tried to take everything that I've seen that was good and kind of put it together. If that makes sense. Going out in the crowd. I love going out in the crowd and moshing with them and shit.
Starts to a big party.
Yeah.
What about you, Worm?
Influences would be Korn, Slipknot, and Hemlock.
They're new metal boy.
Yeah. Those are my big three. I mean, you see me driving down the street and you already know what I listen to.
Oh, is that your car with the big corn thing on the back?
Yo.
Hell yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. Those are my top three, and then us, obviously.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. Let's see. As far as side projects go, we talked about Almost Enemies.
Yeah, I got a side project.
Um,
Kind of go together.
do you have one?
Nope, I'm all in on this. This is my baby.
This is your baby.
Yo.
And can you tell me, Tim? Can you tell me a little bit about your solo work?
Tim Leland, yeah. That's I actually have a show this Saturday at the Torch and Nail High Tops Lounge.
Mhm.
It's the first show ever that I played at a venue where you can smoke weed inside.
My cousin sent me videos.
What?
So.
Recreational.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be wild.
You
Recreational.
Yeah. You can. They have a
Recreational
consumption
smoking
license that's completely legal.
Didn't
You
they
just
smoke?
you just
Yeah.
pay a cover and come in and you just smoke.
And they have a
and
medical.
hang
They
out.
have a
That's
medical
cool.
dispensary inside as well.
What time is that Saturday?
8.
8. I might check that out.
Yeah. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
My solo
BYS,
stuff's very different. It's I play the ukulele, so
A flying V.
a flying V electric ukulele. It's pretty cool.
Ladies love them.
I caught some of your. My cousin sent me videos of you playing with the ukulele.
Mhm.
Do you use because it sounds electric? Like, what are you using as far as pedals?
A distortion pedal.
Right on. Are you using any kind of? This is nerdy, but are you using any kind of octave pedals or anything like that?
No, it's just ultra metal, and then I have a chorus pedal and a phaser. But,
Solid
it's pretty fun. But I do a lot of reggae.
reggae.
Mm-hmm. Love reggae. It's like whenever the guy that I'm doing the show with asked me, I said it's reggae and pop punk, and they're like, cool. It's a big. I scream in some of my songs, and then just like sometimes I go crazy up there. I do a cover called Secrets, and it's by Make Out. And at the end of that, we do a breakdown, and I just scream, kind of go crazy for a minute. It's kind of fun screaming with the ukulele in my hands. It's just it's a spectacle.
Tim Uncut.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about putrid smegma?
Every time. Travis starts dying.
I don't think we have any shows booked right now.
June.
on it.
Actually, June like 28th or something.
Somewhere
It's
in there.
June-ish.
June-ish,
Yeah,
late
like-
June-ish.
Yeah, pretty close to his birthday. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Smegma,
we really
yeah.
that's the key to future smegma is you don't know what's going on.
We
Just
don't
like
really know
actual
when-
smegma. You never know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we don't know, like, half
You
the
don't
time
know
we don't
about
know when it is, we don't know who we're playing with, who the other bands are, we don't know who's going to be there to be in the band. We just go, we show up, and we figure it out.
Absolute
That's right.
chaos.
It's great, it's so much fun.
Who's playing the trash
It's
can?
always different people. Last time, Will last time just played a metal trash can and
You
just
got inside
beat
of
it. Yeah, and I got inside of it at one point while I was screaming, and I don't know.
It's a show.
It's something.
There was
Alright.
There was like 9 or 10 people.
Yeah.
We tried to break the record for most people on stage at skateboard.
Yeah.
The world record.
We got what 8, 9.
Yeah, pretty close because they had a ska band.
Oh, it had to be a
9
fucking
people.
ska band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 9 or 10 people, something like that. So it's pretty close.
Nice.
It could almost be art metal.
There was 3 bass players as well.
Oh no shit!
Yeah,
It is art metal then.
There was 3 bass players, and I don't think any of them were in the same tuning.
Wow.
Chaos.
I was the low. She was Demi was the mid. And Osiris was the high.
Yeah, it was something like that.
This is just a general question for all of you. Where do you see Tragic Fate 1 year from now, in May of 2024?
It's hard to say because
Touring.
I was gonna say I feel like we've came so far. 6 months ago we wouldn't see ourselves where we are. So hopefully
playing
exceeding expectations.
I mean, we're playing with Green Jello.
Yes.
Within our
Yeah.
first 10 shows, we're playing with Green Jello. We played
Yeah,
with
that's like our
Hemlock
6th or
within our
7th.
first 5.
Hemlock was our 4th show.
So
It's a good time.
I'm excited.
Town.
We'll see.
I think we'll. Well, we're
Oh,
working
for
on a tour.
sure.
Oh yeah, we were working on a tour. It didn't end up working out, but I feel like once this other song gets out and we start playing more shows, and
We'll
maybe
get there.
this movie comes out, like maybe this movie comes out and no one sees it, or maybe this movie comes out and it like blows up for some reason. You know, that'd be awesome.
It's another thing we're excited about.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, so the release of the movie. I'm pretty sure that this isn't set in stone yet. This is the date that I was given. July 7th
July 7th.
at Civic Arena. We're actually, the 4 songs in the movie, we're going to play those songs live before they show the movie.
That's
Which
dope.
is pretty
That's
cool.
cool as hell.
Yeah. So we're playing Civic Arena, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
if you
cool.
want to find out what
Play
songs those are, you have to come check
that. Yeah.
Have to see it to believe it.
Mhm.
Same for me.
Yeah.
it out. You won't know until we tell you what we're playing.
Yeah.
Took blindfolded.
All right, give him the list.
Tragic Fate. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. But no, you guys show a lot of promise, man. I'm excited to see what you guys do. And that's the end. That's
All right.
the end.
Hell yeah.